So you're thinking of moving to Easton Park? Well, in this video, we're going to check out one of the completed pocket communities known as Union Park West. We're going to get after it right now. Hey, Daniel here, your local Easton Park real estate expert. If you're thinking of moving to Easton Park or you currently live here and are thinking of moving out, make sure you subscribe to this channel so you can stay up to date with the latest information. I usually post a video once a week and I cover a wide variety of topics. I do market reports covering valuations and how those are changing in the neighborhood. I cover new build versus resale, what's going on with those prices, best deals of the month, vlog tours like this one. So if that sounds interesting to you, make sure you subscribe. And again, it doesn't matter if you're looking to move in 9 days or 90 days, you can give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email, or schedule a Zoom call. Be happy to help you with that smooth move to Easton Park. So Union Park West is located on the west side of Easton Park. We're right next to McKinney Falls, really close to the commercial construction that's happening right now. At the end of 2027, we should have an HEB walking distance from here. So that's really good for property values in this area going up for sure. The homes here are all Meritage Homes, and this is a built-out community, so only resale is available here. These are between 1,500 to 2,000 square foot homes. I'm going to show you a couple of them later in the video, the inside of them, so you can see the floor plan. And they're all on 35-foot lots. They all have small backyards, all fenced in, so that's great because this is actually a condominium community. So there are other condo communities in Easton Park. Brookfield has Union Park East. They have the condos over there. At some point, I'm sure I'll do a video exploring that area. But what makes this one different, I feel, is these feel truly like full-fledged single-family homes with that yard space. That's something you don't really get with the Brookfield condos as much. So if you have pets or you just like to hang out in your back patio, then you have that more here. As far as the neighborhood itself, you can kind of see me walking around. I'm walking on the main road right now, which is how I'm walking on a trail. Typically, when you go down the side streets, there's no trail. And you can see the fire lane towaway zone all the way through here because it is a condo. These are private roads, so there's no street parking. So that's definitely a perk-ish. If you have guests over, it's a little tricky. There's not a lot of guest parking. I actually don't know where the visitor parking is. So that's something that isn't ideal. But you don't have a lot of traffic coming through here, which is really important because as you can see, like a lot of these backyards face the road. And so we don't want a lot of traffic here if you have small kids or animals, just in case they escape somehow. There's not a lot of traffic here, which is great. Some of the pros and cons of this community. So I would say a pro, like I said, is that backyard space. You're not really going to get that with the other condos in the community. It does feel very secluded because it is this private pocket community out of the way. There's really no drive-through ways. There we go. Where it's so like this whole time I'm recording, I now have one car passing, and every car here is going to be a resident of this small pocket community. As far as the price per square foot, you're going to beat most of the homes, really all the homes in Easton Park with that. So that's another pro. These are all priced between $400,000 to $440,000. So a pretty small price range. But you'll see homes that are at the same square foot level being priced at $500,000, $580,000. It's in the high 400s. The mid 500s for the rest of Easton Park for this size of home. Now with those homes, there are going to be different upgrades. It's going to be a larger lot. There's going to be street parking. There may be other things. But as far as an investment point of view, you're going to get a lot more bang for your buck with this neighborhood. As far as the cons, this is a condominium, so you're going to be paying a little bit more month to month for the HOA. They're currently doing $100 a month. I think elsewhere in the neighborhood it's $70, so it's only $30 more, but it is more. Also, they're a little cookie cutter. That may not bother you. When I first was looking at Easton Park to live here about 5 years ago with my wife, she really liked this neighborhood and it just didn't do it for me. I'll kind of pan around, but all the homes, they're all Meritage, they're all the same builder, they all kind of look the same. There's only a couple different floor plans, but the exteriors are all very similar. Now they did a good job with, different paint colors and keep it colorful, but compared to other sections in Easton Park where there's 5 different builders on the same street, and so it's like way different and really interesting architecture all around you. This felt a little samey to me. And then just, you know, driving down the private roads, they are pretty close to each other because they only are 35-foot lots. So that would be the cons for me, is just the cookie cutter vibe and the higher HOA. But yeah, let's go check out a couple of the homes so you can see what they look like on the inside. Sorry, one more thing I forgot. Also, I apologize, that was zoomed in on my face that entire time. I only just saw afterwards. I forgot to bring up how close we are to all the amenities in the area. So in Easton Park, right, I brought up that we're gonna be close to H-E-B, we're close to McDonald's, CVS, but you are walking distance from the amenity center, very close to the amenity center with our 2 infinity pools, our full gym. You're also really close to our food truck area, which is really important because there's not a lot of, you know, we have McDonald's and that's it right now. So, you know, it's really helpful to be that close to those things. We have a pickleball court that was just built on the outside of this pocket community. We have a basketball court, a pond with a paved trail. All the trails connect in Easton Park, so I actually went for a run. All the B-roll you're seeing, it was me just going on my morning run and stopping and taking a quick video because all the sections of Easton Park are interconnected. But yeah, I just wanted to give you that brief, quick update. I realized I didn't say that before. Now let's go check out those other homes. So the first house we're checking out is a 1,500 square foot home. It's one of the smaller homes in Union Park West. This is listed at $400,000. It is a 2-bed, 2.5 bath, as I said, 1,500 square foot home. All the lots here are the same, so 0.119 acres. So let's go check it out. So you can kind of see the street view. So we don't have a path, right? It's a private road. I parked where I'm not supposed to. Hope I don't get towed. 2-car garage. We have this nice stone exterior. They've added gravel around, so that makes it a little bit easier. They did a good job trimming the hedges. They've also added a deck in the back, and I think they had leftover wood, so they put it here, which is kind of nice because it hides the trash and recycling right behind it. So it's a good look for this house. So downstairs, no bedrooms. Okay, we have this small carpeted area. It's a little odd that Meritage did this. I don't know why they just didn't keep tile, but I don't mind it. And a small dining area. And then we open up to our kitchen. So that's just a nice open area. This is a large pantry. This is a owner-occupied home. So things are gonna be, they're living here currently. Their dog's actually in the garage. I'm not gonna go in the garage right now. Looking in the back patio. And this is great because you can really get a sense of where we are geographically. So we are on the back end, the north side of Union Park West. And so kind of zoom in, like we are right by the McDonald's, the CVS, the car wash, AutoZone, and then that little strip mall there, whatever you would call that. This land that's open right now, that is commercial land. So this will, I think I heard, is going to be a gym with parking here. So not the greatest backyard view. You're not gonna have neighbors back there, but there may be random people. It might be a parking lot that's open to you. It might be the backside of commercial buildings where it's, you know, trucks pulling in and unloading. I'm not quite sure. Time will tell with that, but it is gonna be commercial there. With this specific home, they added this deck here, which is great, but nothing is covered, which is a shame because you can see that home over there, they have a covered back patio. Most of the homes, like this one next to us doesn't, and the next one over there does. Most of the homes do have covered back patios, so it's tough with this floor plan just not having that. Go check back inside. The yard space is pretty decent though. For a dog, it's enough space for them to run around. Kitchen looks great. Lots of cabinet space. We have this small island here with a few extra cabinets and drawers. Large single basin sink. Here is storage underneath the stairs. Lots and lots of storage under the stairs. It's like with an automated light when I open the door. And then you have your half bathroom here, which is pretty large. You know, the nice thing, when people hear 2-bed, they're like, oh, I'm not interested, it's gonna be small. but it really just depends on how many beds versus square foot. So the bedrooms and really all the rooms in this house are pretty large. It's just there's only 2 of them. They didn't want to try to cram a third one into this. So let's go upstairs. But I was really impressed with the bedrooms up here. So as with all Meritage homes, we have carpeted stairs, and then everything upstairs is carpet, other than the bathrooms, obviously. This is utility room, some shelving above. We'll go to our right first. So this is, I guess, technically the guest room, but it's a pretty large room. Really large bathroom for a guest bedroom. With this large walk-in closet. Built-in shelves too. So I'd be living a life of luxury as a guest here. And a fan. And then they do have a small nook here for a desk. Kind of necessary since most people want a third bedroom to have an office, so you have a little space here. And then the main bedroom, a little bit larger, tons of natural light coming in here. And very large bathroom. I wish it was a dual vanity sink, but it is what it is. But yeah, really large space, tons of space for the closet too. So really impressed. You don't usually see that with 2 bedrooms basically having en suites, and they both are primary bedrooms. So this floor plan is nice in that regard. I wish there was a third bedroom. You're either gonna get a 2 or a 3 bed in Union Park West with these Meritage homes. So yeah, I wanted to show you guys a 2-bedroom floor plan. Now let's go check out one of their 3-bedroom floor plans. The second home we're checking out is a much larger home. This is a 3-bed, 2.5 bath, 2,000 square foot home as compared to the 1,500 square foot home we just came from. This is also listed at the same price though. So this has been on the market for much longer, and they have just been reducing their price trying to get someone to bite. So this is also listed at $400. That's actually $399,000. So let's go check it out. Similar street view as the previous one. Again, no sidewalks here. So they have luxury vinyl plank flooring instead of the tile carpet of the last house, which I definitely prefer LVP. So that's definitely an upgrade for this one compared to the last. Very large open area. I would say about the same size as the last house. The kitchen's a little bit bigger. The island's massive compared to the last house, but they also have the sink in the island, so just kind of a different design. But downstairs is pretty much the same as the last house as far as size. Big difference here, they do have a large covered patio. Plenty of space on this patio. And I'm sorry, I keep finding homes that are just on this side. So not every house in Union Park West looks at McDonald's. I just happen to find 2 homes that have that backyard look. The yard spaces here are going to be pretty similar because the lot sizes are pretty similar. But some of the backyards will face the street. So and they're all private roads, right? It's a condominium, so not a lot of traffic, but some of them do have backyards, and then it's just a wrought iron fence and then the road. So something to be aware of. That's usually those 2 options, rather on the outside of the neighborhood like this is, facing that way. Or you are inside and the backyard is facing into one of the private roads. Big difference here, they have a little desk area, a little nook here downstairs, which is great. Again, we have, not storage, we actually have a coat closet. We have our half bath again down here. Really nice size half bath. Mudroom area, and then we can go into this garage. So you can see, I love the natural light coming out of the garage. That looks great. They don't have an EV charger, which is not great. The new, every Brookfield home has that built in as just a regular upgrade. So not having that isn't great, but it really just depends on if someone needs it or not. Most people don't drive an EV, so it's not going to affect most people, but having the Brookfield condos, you know, on the other side, Union Park East, competing with them, you know, they are gonna have those. So something to think about. Okay, let's head upstairs. So carpeted, just like the last one. Upstairs is going to be very different from the last house though. So right off the bat, we have this very large landing. We did not have that in the last house. Lots of space. And then we have 2 guest rooms over here. These are more common guest room sizes. Still a decent closet space. I mean, it's pretty large for a guest room, but smaller room, more of what you would expect. Back to luxury vinyl plank for the utility room. Second guest room. So it has some shelves in it. You can take those out if you don't want them. Then the shared bathroom, 1 sink, tons of countertop space, and then toilet and bathtub all in the same space. And then if we go to the primary, very large. The tray ceiling, very large primary. Honestly, about the same size as the 2 primaries we saw in the other home. We do have a dual vanity with this one, so they did that upgrade, which is great. Walk-in shower with a bench, toilet separated, and then a pretty large walk-in closet. And then linen closet. So, you know, it's interesting having a 3-bed and a 2-bed being priced at the same, and they're literally on the same street or almost the same street in the same subdivision. So this one's just been on the market for a longer time. The other home hasn't been, but there's pros and cons for both. It's really what you're looking for. The other home, those bedrooms are much larger, both really, really large bathrooms. So if you have people that need their own space, then that one might be best for you. If you're looking at it from an investment point of view, when you're thinking, well, I want to rent it out in the future, I think a 3-bedroom might be a better option for you, just because it's gonna show up in more search results. You're gonna be able to fit more tenants in. They can split the rent a little bit easier, right? So in that regard, I would go for the 3-bed if I knew I was gonna rent out the property later. I would go for the 2-bed if it was, you know, just like me and my wife living there, and we just have a really nice guest bedroom for when guests come over. But I hope you guys found this video helpful. Union Park West is a really cool, interesting pocket community inside of Easton Park. Really close walking distance to a bunch of things that you just saw from the backyard here, and even more. They're going to be building the HEB here soon, and just more commercials going to be going up over there. So I think it's going to be a really great spot to hold property, especially if you want to just be a landlord and rent it out, because it's going to be walking distance. I mean, how many places are walking distance from an HEB? And in a pretty nice neighborhood, right? So it's gonna be a pretty hard to purchase area, because these are all resale, right? These are all built 2019, 2021. So yeah, I hope this video helped you kind of understand this area a little bit better. If you're thinking of moving to Easton Park and you want more information, you can always give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email, or schedule a Zoom call. Be happy to help you in any way I can. And until next time, I hope to see you around the neighborhood.